Welcome back to the Old Iron Lover channel. My name is Bob, and this video is a repair I had to make to a casting off of my International TD6 Bulldozer. It's a little bit of brazing. I didn't show the brazing. It's hard to get it on camera and actually show anything good, but it did show the final braze, and then it's all the machine work it takes to clean it all up and get it ready for use again. So let's get on with it. This is the oil filter casting off of my 1954 TD6 Bulldozer. And right in here you can see I've brazed up a piece. There was a chunk broken out of it. And this is where the filter mounts, and this is where the O-ring sits. So when you pressure up the filter, the O-ring blows out the little gap where that break was. So got it brazed up. I'm getting ready to set up the rotary table so I can get a mill in here to recreate the groove and to try to dress this off. So I'm ready to start setting up to cut the groove on that oil filter housing. So first thing I need to do, I got the rotary table clamped down. I need to zero it with or align it with the spindle of the mill. That's approximate. I think any of you that have seen me do this before or seen me set up the rotary table seen me do this before, but a quill down there. And since I have variable speed on here, I can very easily turn it very slowly. I'm going to try to kind of get it zeroed here. I'll just turn it slow. Okay, right now the ball is pretty close to on center, so I'm going to move it over till it's about, right, that's about more or less where it needs to be. Now I can come up, and this little tension screw here allows me just to flex this enough to barely catch it like that. Okay, now turn it slow. So first thing I'm going to do is just turn the X and minimize the amount of sweep we have here. Make it easy for you guys to see. Okay, and you can see I'm sweeping about 17 thousandths or so. I don't know whether X is off or Y is off, but we'll start adjusting one and see what happens. Okay, that's making it worse. Down to making it worse. Yeah, it's about 16 is as good as it's going to get. Now I'm going to switch around here. Now I'm going to do the Y-axis same way. I'll try not to get in the way. Okay, that's making it worse. You can see there we're sweeping about 1/1000 and a half. That's just about dead on right there. That needle's just hardly moving at all. So we are zeroed out here with the spindle. Going to zero my X and Y. Okay, as far as having this thing perpendicular to the spindle here on this lip, I've got it dialed in as good as I can. We're plus, let's see, the zero right over in here is plus 4/1000, plus 2/1000, minus 1, plus 3. So we're high here, we're low here. That tells me this thing's a little bit warped. It's not quite flat. Probably doesn't hurt a thing, but because there's really nothing that seats on it. That the O-ring groove has that square O-ring in it, and the lip of the can that covers the oil filter goes right in here, and then the oil filter seals on this surface right here. Actually, I think it's inside here, but anyway, now I have this squared this way. It's all locked down. Everything's tight. So now I need to put my little cone center in there and get it moved around so it gets square here, or it's centered there. Then I'm ready to start machining. I was set up with the collet holder now. This is chucked up in the 5/8 collet. Just take a little skim cut on here. Well, don't need to take a facing cut, but I will. Okay, reset this for 45-degree taper. Ready to go. I need to get the cutter moved into position here. Yep. Okay. switch it over here. Okay, we got to switch back around here. This will help me line this up a whole lot faster. Loosen everything up a little bit here. Okay, and that's centered. Well, I got it leveled and zeroed and everything as best I can, I think. Like I say, this isn't completely flat, and I would guess it's not completely round, but it's close enough. And the only thing that has to fit is the lip of the case, the canister that holds, or the can that holds the canister filter in, has to drop down in this groove enough to seal against the little square O-ring that's down in the groove. So I need to make the groove so the O-ring will fit in the lip of the can, and then I'm just going to try. The rest of it's more or less just for looks. So. Okay, now I got to get down in there and cut that groove out. And cut stuff on the inside. Bottom. Now, use table feet because I can judge that more accurately. I'll try just taking 20 thousandths. Okay, I got a new, this is a carbide end mill, and got the speed turned way up on it. Well, I stopped for a minute because the shank of my end mill there is starting to rub on the side of this chamfered area. So I'm going to stop. I got a burr in there, a carbide burr that's pretty close to the taper of the wall of that. So I think I'm going to do my best to try and walk around there and clean that taper off. And I think there's a little bit of a taper on this side too, yeah. And I'll hit that too. Probably not the same taper. Well, here's the finished product. Got a fresh coat of paint on it. And the repair is right in this area. And the repair is right in this area here. Well, thanks for watching as always, and hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And if you have something to say you think I'd like to hear, well, put it in the comments. Comments are always appreciated. Until the next video, happy trails.